Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for a very special trailer reaction.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. Y'all, Star Wars Celebration is live right now, and they just dropped the Episode 9 trailer. Like, I didn't even know it was coming until someone posted on Discord. They're like, oh, like, the trailer's gonna drop today. I'm like, what? So I got the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It's here. We're gonna react to it and stuff.
And,
but I actually got kind of spoiled because the trailer says in the title.
Oh, the name of
the file says The Rise of Skywalker.
Oh boy.
The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker. So it doesn't really work in that thing there.
I mean, From His Nap would have been better, but
right. And this is going back to J.J. Abrams. So it'll be interesting to see how they come to doing this as a final part in a trilogy.
Be interesting to see J.J. Abrams end a story, like
and yet also potentially open up the universe in the same way that The Last Jedi kind of did at the very end,
potentially,
even though it was kind of a different style of that. Right. So I'm hyped, y'all. Like, this is a trailer. It's a trailer. We're getting Star Wars footage. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, breathing. Breathe. Just breathe. It's Rey. Okay, it's Rey.
And
Jakku.
Back on Jakku?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I like the minimalist Jedi robes outfit.
We've passed on all we know.
Oh, Luke. Okay.
1,000 generations live in you now.
Oh, and that lightsaber too.
All right. Yep.
Oh.
But this is your fight.
Okay. Oh, yes.
And that shout out to Legends.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. So it's not a speeder. It's okay, Kylo. It's Kylo.
Right.
Kylo.
Yeah, probably.
Oh. Oh, cool.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Right.
All right. New places. Nice. It might have been
Okay.
Droids. Lando. Oh, of course Lando's back. All right. More Jakku action, an A-Wing, Jedi.
Be with you.
Oh.
All right.
Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. Whoa.
Is that the
It's never really gone.
Wait.
That might have been a piece of the Death Star.
Yeah.
No way! No way! They're legends! They're legends!
Holy crap!
Legends!
Wait!
Whoa!
Wait!
Rise of the Empire!
Hold on a second! Hold on a second!
Like, they're doing that!
Wow!
They're doing that!
Oh!
I mean, okay. Let's temper our expectations a little bit. It could actually, you know, feel a little bit awkward if they retcon anything too much. But legends, man. Legends, y'all.
Yep.
For those of you that oh my god, let's discuss this.
All right. Okay. So it started
Okay.
out fairly basic, and it's like, okay, cool. And they did very much set it up to be a palate cleanser of the minimalist approach for one.
Yep.
The fact that Kylo was like repairing his helmet, almost like a callback to like, okay, the cracks and issues with previous stuff, we're gonna fix those. But
Okay. Okay. Guys, this is nuts. Let me like try and like see if I can encapsulate what this means for Star Wars, okay? George Lucas originally basically planned more movies. Long time ago. He planned more movies for Star Wars. There was going to be another trilogy, and there was potentially even going to be another trilogy even after that. This is basically them saying, oh, this universe, you think we're done with grand, mythical conflicts?
Yeah.
No,
we're just getting started.
We're just getting started.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. So first they had the whole thing with the every story has a legend or whatever that. Yeah.
Every generation has a legend.
Generation has a legend.
That hits so hard because we've now left behind multiple legends.
Well,
Harrison Ford.
Oh yeah.
Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford's still alive. I mean,
Han Solo,
but Carrie Fisher,
and then Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker.
Yep. Okay. But here's the thing. The extended universe. What used to be just like the extended universe is now Star Wars Legends. Now, here's the thing. This is actually next level 200 IQ play because what they're basically doing is saying, okay, The Last Jedi kind of alienated a bunch of Star Wars fans, right?
Yep.
So we're going to bring them back by basically doing the Legends shout out, but also saying, all right, we're going to do a return to form again, much in the style that J.J. Abrams probably likes to do. But here's the thing. The whole setup for this is a return to form in the details, but not in the overall story, I'm guessing, right?
Yes.
So the fact that they're going to the place where the near, like, Endor or something or whatever, because that seemed like a partial dish of the Death Star.
Oh,
potentially
the planet with all the water and stuff there. There were waves underneath it and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So what I'm guessing is primarily because the moon of Endor was where it was surrounding, but there was a planet that Endor orbits. So all that it has to be is that they go to that planet.
Right.
And the Death Star blowing up, I think, the Death Star 2, by the way.
No. It was the forest moon of Endor. So the planet is Endor, and then
Right, the planet would be Endor.
No, that's the Yavin system. Whatever. Point is, I'm freaking out right now.
I'm freaking out right now too.
Here's the thing. The whole idea of like Sith ghosts and stuff, which is what I think they're going into here, which is absolutely insane.
But I just need to clarify here. George Lucas has talked about this many times, that the ghost thing was a Jedi only thing. Sith, and especially in Legends, Sith always tried to keep their mortal bodies immortal. Basically, they always tried to stay connected to the material plane.
Right.
And the whole aspect of essentially the astral plane in this Force, in the Star Wars universe and stuff, that was primarily occupied by Jedi. There have been, in Legends, lots of Sith that did the whole ghost thing.
But even then, that was usually their spirit keeping a tether to this world and not passing on and then occasionally visiting.
Like in Star Wars Clone Wars, they had the whole thing with Darth Bane show up.
Yep.
Basically showing that was an illusion, a projection of the dark side, not actually Darth Bane's spirit. It was an aspect of him. And that was something that was very good to distinguish, because I think actually they're utilizing Filoni in a lot of ways here to build this new kind of canon of the Legends stuff,
right?
And just incorporating it and integrating it
in a way that is conducive to.
And that makes me so excited for the new TV shows and stuff that are coming out.
That makes me so excited for so many things. Because here's the thing. Okay. One of the big issues that I had with the idea of The Last Jedi, it wasn't so much The Last Jedi in and of itself, because there were a lot of problems that it had, but it was more of like, okay, what does that leave us for the finale? Because
for the future of Star Wars,
right, exactly. Because Kylo Ren did not seem like the kind of person that would be able to make for an epic villain. He
seemed like a redemption arc character,
right? A redemption arc character, or maybe like a personal villain, but not something that seems. It would be different for Star Wars to do something like that, because Star Wars very rarely does a strictly personal villain. They try and do both the personal and the epic.
Right, and I would say for the most part that's okay.
Right,
because Kylo Ren in a lot of ways was part of one of the best parts, I would say, about The Last Jedi.
Oh yeah.
Like in a lot of ways, him and Rey's interactions, that was probably the best part of the movie.
So
now that they're bringing potentially Palpatine back,
in a lot of ways, it could be seen as kind of retconning the whole thing of Snoke being dead and the Kylo Ren reforging the helmet and everything. But here's the thing. Here's the reason why it's better than that. Because one of the problems potentially with Snoke was this idea that you have this other being, where do they come from, right? You need to go into their story and where they're from and all this stuff. Okay,
I'm chomping at the bit here.
What?
Keep going. Keep going.
So
just keep going.
By removing Snoke, they kind of circumvented that issue, right? They don't really have to go into that if they don't want to. Here though, it's already established, right? It's a character we know, Palpatine, right? Kind of a big deal. They could also tie that into Snoke if they wanted to kind of explain why he was there. But that basically makes it so that we can have a separation between the epic and the personal, right? In a lot of ways, it's kind of J.J. Abrams doing his usual thing of like trying to recreate other Star Wars movies, and you could say that this is like them trying to do another Return of the Jedi, where they're setting up the Emperor, and then Kylo Ren will be the new Vader, right? With a redemption arc potentially and all that. But they could make it even better, because then it's going to be the fight for Kylo's soul also in a more literal sense, because Palpatine is there, right? And if he doesn't have a corporeal form, then he's going to have to use Kylo as an instrument of his will and destruction.
Exactly.
And that is a whole aspect of Star Wars that we've never even gone into before, really. Right. So I am so excited that they're going to.
So my thing that I've been wondering this whole time, and it's now perfectly clear in that this makes sense now. This is what this has all been about. J.J. Abrams helped reboot essentially the Star Wars franchise with The Force Awakens and Kathleen Kennedy and all them, and Disney, and we all were excited. We had all this trepidation and stuff like that, but then they seemed to basically play it really safe. We were introduced to basically the revamped, Rebel Alliance and the revamped, Empire, and things seemed very samey, but it still felt like Star Wars. One of the things that always felt off to me, though, was the First Order. It always felt like they were just basically the Imperial Remnant from Legends, right?
Right. Yeah.
What is the name of this Imperial Remnant in this universe? They're called the First Order. What do you think was the First Order, now that we are potentially getting teased that Palpatine is back? The First Order was to maintain Palpatine in some way so that he could basically come back, that the Empire would live on forever, basically.
I thought you were saying that. Okay.
I think the First Order is basically when this all goes down, fall back to the original plan. This has some very real world connotations. I don't care to discuss those there with certain things in the history and stuff, but and I think they actually discussed it in behind the scenes stuff, but the point is that I think that we've now got confirmation what the First Order was initially. Even in a lot of ways, there was some stuff that hinted at this potentially being a minor plot point in the Battlefront 2 video game. Like, you're gonna laugh that that's even a thing. But there was some vague hintings in this area there. Also, the whole idea of the Force, the dark side, where Snoke came from, Palpatine's stuff. There's been some things more recently that they've been seeding, I believe, in the books of the new Disney canon that has been seeding about the origins of the dark side, and Palpatine sending stuff to, explore this, connect this. They're bringing Thrawn back into that whole thing there. There's been some serious, I would say, seeding for this. So if this feels like if this feels to you like they're basically just retconning and throwing in a nostalgia villain for the sake of just, hey,
that kind of is what it is. But the thing is, there's so much more that it could go into.
That is, I would say, the smallest aspect of what it is. For a marketing thing, that's totally what it is. But for an actual content story thing, this is something that they were planning, I believe, long before The Last Jedi. And if you look towards books that they've been bringing out, stuff like that, they are building up to this. So,
and that's something that has been tried to be done in some way, shape, or form in the extended universe. I want to say several times. Well,
there were a couple things that they did, but primarily we're thinking of the clones specifically.
Right.
That was I believe in Rise of the Empire. There was a set of novels where Luke fell to the dark side. There were a lot of theories. I remember before The Force Awakens even came out, thinking that this was going to be a spin on those novels, because Luke seemed to have this kind of edgy vibe from him in the concept art that was released early before Force Awakens came out. And this could be just the natural extension of that, in that we're getting some kind of preserved Emperor Force Sith essence transfer kind of stuff, which has also been getting seated in other Star Wars materials.
Well, and
I'm just so
and just the fact
right
that like just the fact that that they canonized Bane, even though the stuff from the Bane novels is not necessarily canonized. It's just that there is someone called Darth Bane and that he established the rule of two. Right. One of the things in the Bane books was this idea of essence transfer because, wanting to live forever, right? Mm-hmm. So I mean, they don't have to have that connection there, but the fact that they're bringing this kind of stuff up, oh man, I'm excited.
Yeah, and all this is basically our excitement for just the idea that Palpatine is back, and yet we look at the rest of this trailer and it looks like they understand where they can do things right, right, and they understand what things they need to kind of avoid. Like there's that whole issue of basically The Last Jedi being a sore spot for a large number of fans.
Yep.
But in the words of a wise man played by Max von Sydow back in The Force Awakens, this will begin to make things right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, so the title. Yeah. So all right. The similarities to Return of the Jedi are very apparent now, right? No surprise there. The title, The Rise of Skywalker. So, Kylo Skywalker in this case, right? Yep. Darth Vader totally makes sense, and he can, and that's also a nice little bow on him because he wanted to be Darth Vader, right? Well, what did Darth Vader? What did Darth Vader do? He killed the Emperor, right? Right. So, there you go.
Yeah.
So they've got that whole angle there, Rey, and it feels like from this trailer, they're going to be focusing a lot more on the Rey-Kylo dynamic, which is one of the best parts about The Last Jedi. Yep. So it makes sense that they're keeping that here. Like they barely showed Poe and Finn at all in this trailer.
Which they did touch upon them, but it was primarily Rey and Kylo.
Right.
Yeah, I love that Luke's voiceover was put between that as well, because I think The Rise of Skywalker is also a subtle nod to those that aren't thinking about it from the Kylo perspective and are basically saying, yeah, Luke's still here. Like, Mark Hamill is still playing Luke Skywalker as a Force ghost in this movie.
Right, yeah, exactly.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Luke may be dead, but he is not gone.
With the Force, what does that even mean?
Oh, yeah. And he's become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Oh, man, we could... Holy crap. If they wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. They could have a Luke versus the Emperor
confrontation.
Force Ghost battle.
I hope they don't do Palpatine as a ghost. I really think that if they want to do that, then I don't want him to be defeated in some way.
So with Palpatine as a ghost, do you want it to be Palpatine as an actual spectral form, or do you want it to be as a possessed Kylo?
Okay. If we're just gonna go out of a predictions thing there, if they do ghost Palpatine, then of course he's gonna possess Kylo at some point.
Yeah.
It just shows the pressure in the battle for the souls and stuff like that. But it's also the old legends basically having their support versus domination of the young, the older, and then they eventually cast them aside.
Right.
Essentially, it's not the same thing as The Last Jedi, but it's that they basically have the version of Kylo being like, I break the shackles from the dark side and I build something new, and then Rey basically is the one that I would say via some help from Luke helps guide him. Or maybe is basically a way to help kind of keep him a little bit towards the middle, because I think actually Kylo is, and Rey is also as well, is the continuation of this more balanced aspect of interpreting the Force that Star Wars has been seeding for a very long time, and there will be a capitulation of that arc for not just these characters but the Force and how we
the galaxy as a
it.
whole. And
So that'll be primarily the big stuff there. I don't really care as much about the whole Palpatine ghost kind of thing. I don't think they would feel like they would be retconning it if he came back as a physical carnal being. I do feel like, though, if he was doing that it would be more interesting to talk about Palpatine as being something that connects to the even further beyond dark thing. They could go the Plagueis route. I really think that there's a lot there specifically because Palpatine, being just at some level like just a really dark lord space wizard kind of guy from the original trilogy. He wasn't really a character. So I would rather have him be either just a vessel himself, to where we find out that he's just a vessel for something darker and darker way out there, so that it opens up the universe even more in the future.
You know what I'm really excited for?
What's that?
Is that if Palpatine's coming back, Palpatine coming back is not the main thing. Like, okay, it's not the fact that they might end up needing to defeat Palpatine that makes me excited about this. It's more of the lore stuff and the fact they're going to Force Ghosts and everything, but also, Palpatine wasn't the best character, but his interactions with other characters were
amazing.
Awesome. Yes. And if we get to have Palpatine and Kylo, like,
or Rey.
because the thing is that here's the thing. Some people have a problem with Kylo being like too whiny for their tastes. Okay, whatever, personal preferences, right? Here's the thing though. By bringing Kylo into close proximity to Palpatine, we can then bring him into close proximity with ultimate darkness incarnate, right? And we could also give potentially some more Plagueis style discussions. Well, okay, sure, yeah, Vader too. But the idea is that we could get inside Palpatine's head, right? Not directly, but in how he talks to Kylo, that stuff will come out, and that I am very excited for.
In a lot of ways, Disney is playing with fire here by having that cackle, that Ian McDiarmid, cackle, because they're basically saying, "Oh, we will deliver on this."
Right. Exactly.
So this isn't even really a spoiler by having this be in the trailer. This is basically the
it's just to whet our appetite.
Yeah, this is just the beginning stuff. The big thing will be like how and why, and we have just yet to see on that. But in
a lot of ways, the fact that they have it here is kind of like. It's kind of basically just saying, we're doing this, and this is going to be a big focus. We are going to do a lot of stuff with this.
Right.
So we want to make sure you know that it's coming, because otherwise you'll be so just like, whoa, where did that came out of left field? So, this is going to be good. This is going to be
good. Hype. I'm so hyped for this year.
I was kind of skeptical at the beginning.
I'm going to make them... I'm just saying, I'm going to... Anyone hyped for Star Wars, or anyone out there that's like, nah, the hype for Star Wars has died and stuff like that, I'm gonna throw the biggest party, like watching party and stuff like that to prep us for this, but then also to take a huge number of people to the theaters and stuff. So I'm almost thinking we should do some kind of like meetup thing, and I'll just buy a bazillion tickets and try and take out a thing there. But y'all, we're hyped. So Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. We are in for this, y'all. So be sure to check out our Twitter, our other social media stuff in the doobly-doo down below. And we'll see you in the next one. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.